And the Rays winning 3 of their last 4. They've gone 64 and 68 total for the season so far. Set to play ball with Simpson in the batter's box, and the first pitch is a ball down and in. Simpson starting the day hitting .302. And Ciccone finds the zone at the knees right there.
Well, and very similar to Drew Rasmussen, working exclusively out of the stretch here. He just kind of comes set, and he's just going to try to drive right through home plate just like Drew does, try to keep things simple. And that way you're able to repeat the delivery, and you're able to tunnel your pitches to make them most effective.
Ciccone, 26 years old. He's at the University of Miami, originally drafted by Arizona. Two and two the count. Base hit in the 4th inning of last night's game, 1 for 4 for Simpson. His lone hit in the series so far. And a take there on a fastball down. So a full count. And that's out of play the other way. And outfield playing him around the other way as usual. And not overly deep.
Well, and for Chandler Simpson, he wants those outfielders, unless they're chasing something down in the gap, he wants them to have a very boring day with him. No balls in the air. Line drives, ground balls, battle.
And he is called out on strikes. Thought it might have been down. That pitch appeared to be at the knees. And Simpson caught looking.
Boy, this was an absolute carbon copy of strike 1 in this sequence of pitches to Chandler Simpson. He goes right down there, kneecaps on that inner part of the plate.
So a strikeout starts this game. Yandy Diaz takes a close look, and that one just missed down. Fastball down. And there's 96 wide. 2-0. Well, Yandy coming off a 3-hit night last night. In fact, he had 3 of the 5 hits for the Rays. And a double sandwiched in between 2 singles. High popper, right side foul. Kefas, the first baseman, will run out of room. That's about through 4 rows back. Yandy with a home run in the game here on Monday. So he's picked up a homer and 2 doubles in this series. Up the right side, if that's fair, that's going to be extra bases. Down into the corner, he's going to dig for 2 and will arrive ahead of the throw. Another 2-base hit, number 25 on the year for Yandy Diaz.
Yeah, and a good thing that he was out of the box hustling, because that throw by Jones out there from right field, an absolute BB right to second base, an absolute BB right there off the bat for Yandy Diaz. Gets down into the corner, and then watch this throw by Jones. Turn, and it is right there. Yandy's like, I better get there, just in time.
Yeah, you could see he saw the pickup of that ball down in the right field corner, and Yandy picked it up on the bases between first and second.
And that's because of all those scouting reports. You know, they know that Nolan Jones has a very strong arm. So watch this. I mean, that's as good as it gets from the right field corner, right on the money.
A ball, no strikes, the count to Brandon Lau. And he skies it on the infield. Arias, and now Rocchio, the second baseman, will make that catch. Well, mile high on that pop-up for out number 2. So with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, here is Junior Caminero starting the day with 39 home runs. He's at 4 in the last 4 games.
And what'll be really interesting in this matchup against these Rays hitters is Slade Cecconi's a strike thrower. You know, he pounds the zone. He's in the zone quite a bit, and therefore he is prone to the long ball. He's given up 19 home runs coming in his 96 innings.
And then 96, a little bit wide, 1-1.
In fact, he's given up a home run in each of his last 7 starts.
And 1-2, 96. Give Cecconi the edge in the count. Junior Caminero, man at second. 2 gone. 2-2. Ooh, and that's going to be strike 3 call. He thought it was a little wide. Caught looking there. No runs, a hit. A man left.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed
To Stephen Kwan.
How about these numbers for Drew Rasmussen? Making his 26th start of the season. He's 10-5, a 2.62. You've got that whip right there just hovering, Dwayne, at the gold standard of 1.
High pop fly, left field. A lot of time for Simpson, and he has got that one for the out.
I went back and looked at Drew's season, and you see, I love it. Look at the guys. Look at the guys right here, because as far as that cutter goes, the reason that cutter is in air quotes is because that cutter is one of the best sliders that you'll see in Major League Baseball. And he throws it 31% of the time very effectively, I might add.
Well, the first pitch, Rocchio takes a strike. That's the fastball there. You don't see pitchers much more efficient than Drew Rasmussen all the way around in approach and in the result.
Yeah, and mechanically, you know,
Yep.
even in his delivery, he is as simple as it gets. That's why he's able to repeat it. That's why he's able to consistently locate well. And with his kind of stuff, that's why he has success. It's real simple formula that everybody's clamoring after, and Drew has really cornered the market on it, especially this year. I mean, again, just watch him, how simple it is. Standing straight up, there's just very little excess movement. And when he starts his delivery towards home plate, it's a leg kick, and it is a drive right through home plate. He doesn't move a lot east to west. He is just straight downhill right through his target.
And if that hitter doesn't step out, Rasmussen set such a rapid pace out there. And that pitch, I think he thought he had strike three right there.
That was the Slade-Ciccone strike three on Chandler Simpson. Same pitch. Literally the same pitch in the same area.
It's fouled back. A couple more pitches at least here in this sequence to Rocchio. And a foul ball backing out of play. Oh, 26th start. Fly ball to the left side. Simpson coming in, and he's going to be there just across that foul line to make the grab.
I mean, Junior Caminero was borderline harassing Chandler Simpson on that pop-up. Going out there, listen, Junior, look at, he's going to track it until he's called off. And then right there, you can see the mouth moving at Chandler Simpson. And then finally, Junior starts to back off. He's calling finally, but all these guys, balls in the air, you see everybody, converging. Someone's got to take charge, and Chandler did.
Here's Kyle Manzardo, the designated hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. For 1-1.
Let's quickly set that Rays defense for you in the outfield, left to right. Chandler Simpson.
A ball, 2 strikes. Rasmussen with an extra day between starts as he works here against the Guardians today.
Well, that's going to help him too, because 6 innings is his max. He's not going to go past 6, and he's done that 7 times this season. He did it a chunk in the middle, and he's also done it his last 3 starts, so he could probably use that extra day.
It's 2-2.
And if you're Kevin Cash, you want to keep running him out there. He's so efficient.
Mm-hmm.
That we talked about in this month of August, 2-0 with an ERA just over 1, and he's doing it on less than 14 pitches an inning.
And he gets a big swing and miss. 1, 2, 3. Go the Guardians, and we will head into inning 2.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the
Facing the right-hander. The pitch is fouled away. Slade Ciccone. One ball, one strike. Up the right side, a fair ball back into the corner. Josh will get 2 out of this one as he moves into second standing. His 18th double, and the Rays have a man at second with no outs here in the second inning.
Well, Slade Ciccone throws his changeup right into the swing of Josh Lowe. Just does him a favor, kind of throwing that ball middle in. It kind of works its way back towards the middle of the plate, and Josh Lowe is just all over it down into the corner. And the Rays here in this rubber match with a quick start in the second.
Well, Yandy doubled in the first, and now Josh Lowe with a double to begin the second. Carrera up there, fouling away that first pitch. He's in center field for the Rays again today. And that's a strike. He's still looking to find his stride offensively. Everson Pereira coming in 3 for 29. Upstairs, a ball, 2 strikes. And there's a broken bat, a base hit into left field, and they're going to send Josh to the plate, and the throw is going to be offline. Good throw, had a chance to get him, but it was offline, and Hedges had to move to his right.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing, too. Stephen Kwan has the most outfield assists in Major League Baseball. So the fact that the Rays were challenging him, you know, already a gutsy call down there by Brady Williams to send him, because if this throw is online, Josh Lowe, is a good chance he's going to be out. Here it is. They aggressive send, but that throw, he kind of gets to the arm side. It was there in time, but it was offline.
So an RBI. And now the first pitch to Mangum is a strike around the knees. Everson Pereira gets his first run batted in. To move to first, he's back in over there. Well, a couple of hits here back to back, producing the runs. You know, since 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning last night, both teams had gone a combined 2 for 52, except Yandy, who had a double in the first inning of this one. That's a foul ball. Yandy had gone 4 of 4 since then. And now he has some company with a double single in this inning. And that ball fouled down toward the corner. Yandy, who had the 1-out double in the first, his 25th of the year. Josh Lowe opened this inning with a double. He has scored. 1-2 to Mangum. Jake started on Monday, picked up a double and a run scored. That holds the count right there at 1-2. Turns away from that pitch in. 2-2. And now it's full. So after falling behind, now getting back in there at first, Pereira.
Trying to catch everybody napping right there, and Cleveland almost got him. Venturing off that bag, and see right here, ball in the dirt. He's thinking maybe he thought it was ball 4. I mean, that was an interesting body language out there by Pereira.
Yeah, because you're not going to want to draw any kind of attention.
Well, that's maybe why he was moving so slowly and so stiffly, or he thought it was ball 4. He lost track. He's still out there, so that's a good thing.
He's on the move here on the 3-2, and it's chopped to the left side. What a backhand pickup. The throw to first, not in time, and back to second with Pereira rounding that bag. He got back in easily, and Mangum has himself a base hit.
Another infield hit for Jake Mangum. Why? Just because he put the ball in play. Watch this little half swing, little chopper. This was a nice pickup right there out at shortstop by Arias. But there was no way he's getting Jake. Jake, one of the fastest in Major League Baseball from home to first. And just too difficult of a play to get him.
Carson Williams. And that pitch is wide. So the Rays, with the run already home in the inning, to take a 1-0 lead and in a position to build an inning.
It was Carson Williams. He squared around there on that first pitch. Is he just trying to prove he could do everything in the first week that he's in the big leagues?
Yeah, there's a hopper to short, out at second, out at first.
I like the bunt.
Grounds into the double play, yep.
I like the bunt idea. That ball, and that looked like it may have broken his bat, too. That ball was not hit that sharply and right at Arias, so made for an easy turn for Cleveland.
Yeah, it did have that sound.
Yeah, you can see a chunk of the bat come off at contact. And that takes off all the steam and makes it an easy turn.
Here's Fiducia. He's 5 of 37 at the plate. 1-0. 3 runs batted in. Foul ball will be out of play. 1-1. He spots 95 on that outside edge. A ball, 2 strikes. It's blocked by Hedges. 2-2. And he'll see another pitch. 2-2. The Rays got that run on the double by Josh Loeb. And then the RBI base hit from Everson Pereira. Fighting this one off the other way. 2-2 still. So Cody got the double play ball to ease the situation. And Fiducia again, a foul ball, so he's battling. 7 pitches in, fouling the fastball at 97 right there. And a liner down to third. Wilson will make the catch. The Rays set.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm not facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where
that really stands out for what makes Rasmussen so successful. Talking with Kyle Snyder, the Rays pitching coach, he said he's one of the hardest workers that he has ever coached. Kevin Cash says that while the numbers speak for themselves, it's Rasmussen's work ethic off the field that's even more impressive. The commitment to training that's forged through injuries and setbacks has made him the staff's standard bearer. Young pitchers, they only have to watch Rasmussen to understand what it takes to perform at this level. And Kevin Cash said it really permeates that work ethic throughout the entire organization. B.A., I know you're a guy that's kind of obsessed with your routine. How does that lead to Ras being so successful on the mound?
Well, just the routine breeds confidence. I mean, you have your routine, you go out there, you get your work done, and it's one of those things where, like building something. You know, you build the foundation, all of these different little things, and then you get to where you go, get to go out and perform. You go out and you perform well, you rinse, repeat. And so I think that anything you're doing, and it's the same up here in the booth. You've got your routine, I've got my routine, and it's like Groundhog Day, even as a broadcaster. Let alone when I was playing and what Drew's doing right now. You have this game breeds a routine, and so Drew has one of the better ones out there, and you see that in the final results.
Yeah, it's part of the process. I mean, you want to make sure that you're properly prepared as a pitcher, and I think Rasmussen's got it down to a point where it almost comes naturally to him, it seems.
Well, listen, there was, and this was, I think it was on the West Coast trip, where he was going to be starting after an off day. And, Charlie out in the bullpen had his catcher's mitt on the bus. I'm like, what are you doing with that? He's like, Drew. He goes, he plays catch the day before he pitches. And since tomorrow's an off day, we're going to have to go find a field somewhere to get him through his routine. So he's playing catch away from the field at the hotel because that's part of the routine, getting ready for his start.
The interesting thing, and we mentioned it earlier, he had an extra day between starts here, and maybe for the first time, only time this year, and he said he did absolutely nothing. I mean, he said he was going to take that and get back into the routine, but having an extra day between a start was a big deal.
Yeah. Well, listen, let's take a look at this. Our Suncoast Credit Union influential player. $265 through 75 starts. I mean, that's the model of consistency. And if you go back this year, Dwayne, I went back and looked. I'm like, when did Drew have the high water mark for his ERA? And that was back on May the 11th. May the 11th, his ERA had swelled to 3.38. That's the high
how
water
about that?
mark,
Yeah.
right? And since then, he has gone 9-1 with a 2.26 in lowering that season ERA to 2.62 coming into play.
Long hold there. And the line drive, base hit, right center. Arias will go to third. Jones has a base hit. Cleveland up with the first and third one-out threat now.
Well, an uncharacteristic walk to Arias, and then how about Nolan Jones getting on top of this fastball? This is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that's on the outer half of the plate, the top of the zone, and he's able to get on top of it and get that top hand rolled over to be able to pull and line that thing to the right side. That's a pretty impressive swing and hit there by Jones to get it through, and Cleveland threatens.
Oh, Will Wilson playing third base. Hitting seventh in the lineup, and there's a bunt. They're going to get the run home. Nobody is covering first. They had first and third with that bunt play on. Arias scores. Jones winds up at second base. They were going to take.
Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live, I want to.
But there is nobody home. Again, where Brandon was, he was never going to be able to get there in time.
Now here's a bunt by Martinez, throw to first. That's going to be in time with Yandy back to take the throw. But they move the runners both now in scoring position. Jones at third and Wilson up to second.
Well, a little bit different story this time, but that's because you've got the left-handed hitter at the plate. So he's playing over more traditional position. Now he's able to head that way as Yandy was there to cover. No big deal because that ball was bunted towards third base. But really on the previous bunt, you know, that's almost with the way that the Rays had him defensed. Drew's the guy that has to make that play, and Yandy can't charge that. I mean, I know your instincts take over. You want to go get that baseball, but there's going to be, and you can go get it. That's great, and you did, but there's nobody behind you to cover. So you've got to kind of leave that up to Drew and hope he gets there.
Hedges.
I think
1-1 to count to him.
I think also in that situation, I think that's the last thing that the Rays were expecting was a bunt. I don't think they had even thought about game planning for a bunt in that specific spot. Because if they had, if Brandon is going to be swung way up the middle, then they're going to say, hey, look, Drew, you've got anything straight in and to the first base line.
Yep.
Yandy can't get there. He has to stay at the bag. But I don't think they saw it coming.
Way wide there. Padusha corralling that pitch. 2-2. Well, the Guardians with a run in the inning to tie it at 1. 2 men in scoring position. 2 outs, a 2-2 count. And very close right there. Rasmussen thinking he had the zone. And he's just now checking again with Sigue, the umpire. Pretty close.
That's what he's saying. Was it this way? Was that in?
And a foul tip for the strikeout. Hedges out on strikes.
percentage, and that's going to directly lead to runs scored, and that's what you want out of Chandler. Stolen bases, get on base, make something happen, come around and score runs. I mean, he's going to be a guy that, just based on playing every day, he's going to get opportunities to drive in runs, and he's going to do plenty of that. But you want Chandler out there scoring a ton of runs.
Down in the count, 0-1. Lifts the fly ball short left. Quan coming in with time and makes the catch.
Do you think that Chandler, when he does hit a pop-up like that he goes back into the dugout and does the push-ups like old Willie Mays?
Yeah, he might, yeah.
I mean, because he doesn't do it very much.
Yep.
That's the thing. He keeps the ball out of the air in a bad way. I mean, line drives, ground balls, fine. But fly balls, you don't see too many of those from Chandler Simpson. He understands that is an out almost every time.
Yandy, 1 ball, no strikes. Rays with a run in the top of the second. Cleveland back with a run in the bottom. Two and one to Yandy. Bit of that one to go 2-2.
Well, our Mass Mutual behind the jersey, and Yandy Diaz now has a 10-game road hitting streak, and he's got some pretty hefty numbers too. The average 425, 6 extra base hits, 6 driven in, and look how clutch he has been. 5 out of 10 in that category.
That's a chopper, fair, backhanded, but no play. Wilson backhanding that ball, but had no place to go with it. And Yandy, who had a double in the first, has the base hit here in the 3rd inning. Let's see, Yandy now, if you look at him recently, Yandy is now 9 of his last 18.
A rare pulled ball by Yandy, but it was an off-speed pitch and placed it perfectly.
Brandon Lau fouls it. Brandon in there with 25 home runs. And drives it into right center field. Well tagged, and that ball is gone. Boy, he got some great carry on that one. Got into that one for home run number 26. A 2-run shot. Home run number 26. And the Rays lead now 3-1.
Well, we said coming in, Slade Ciccone is prone to the long ball. This is number 20 that he has given up in just over 100 innings worth of work. And boy, oh boy, Brandon, who was frustrated, visibly frustrated in his first at-bat with the pop-up that he hit, thought that he had a pitch to drive and missed it. Didn't miss that one.
Junior Caminero, a big swing and miss, strike 1. Well, you saw Jones and Wright, Martinez in center start to go after that ball, and about 3 or 4 steps in that direction, they stopped and watched it. There's a high shot back into deep left. That ball to the track. Quan is there, and he makes the catch. Caminero with 39 home runs, looking for 40, and not quite enough on that one.
The ball not quite on the barrel of the bat. It comes soon enough. That pitch just off the end. That breaking ball had just enough sweep to take it off the sweet spot, and it ends up falling short.
Josh Lowe looks at a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, how about this now? With Carlos Pena at 163, Brandon Lau with 152 on his way up that home run ladder. Two and two. A little number back to the mound. The toss to first will retire the Rays, but not before Brandon Lau connects following the.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all.
Off hitter in this lineup. Fouls it back, 0-2. A ball, 2 strikes. Quan goes the other way, foul into the screening down the left field side. Rocchio next, and then Manzardo. Top 3 hitters in the lineup. Quan going that way again. Game 3 of this 7-day, 6-game road trip. Two and two. Drew Rasmussen through the front 2 with 3 strikeouts, giving up a run on a couple hits. And he has a full count on Quan. Hopper, first base side, foul. Yandy battling the sky, and that's going to be into the screening. So it's a moot point. That was not going to be a routine play, even had that ball been in foul territory playable.
Yeah, no glasses, just shading his eyes with the glove, and not a real easy angle either. That ball looked like it was drifting too, kind of drifting its way into foul territory.
Here's the ninth pitch of the at-bat. Lifted into center. And boy, that's a towering fly ball caught out there by Pereira. So that is out number one.
Now let's take a look. Let's go behind the scenes a little bit and see how this cutter, you can see in the quotes, and how it lines up. How about the opponent average? Third. This is in Major League Baseball. Opponent slug, 296. Whiff rate, 27%. That's good enough for 8th in Major League Baseball. But the vast majority of those cutters, see that ball?
Line to right, and right there is Mangum to make the catch.
They will, at times, again, Drew will get underneath some, and they will have a cutter look to them for sure. But the vast majority of the cutters that he throws are really good sliders, and that's just the nature of how it gets logged away. But regardless, it's a very effective pitch for him. It complements that fastball, the four-seam fastball that he loves to take to the top of the zone frequently.
Manzardo, that's a towering pop fly into left center, and coming on Simpson to make the catch. So 3 fly balls, center, right, and
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm not facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent.
stepping in to lead it off. And he takes that pitch off the plate, sliding away. 1 ball, no strikes. And the slider gets the swing and miss on the chase right there. 1-1. And the fastball catches that outside edge. 1-2. And he is out on strikes. 1 gone. Well, the right-hander out there has a major Florida connection.
He certainly does. Hometown, Oviedo, Florida, over there near Orlando. He's Trinity Prep in Winter Park. How about that? Freshman All-American at the University of Miami. He was the 33rd overall pick by the Diamondbacks. And, of course, Cleveland gets him in that trade for Josh Naylor. Giving himself instructions right there on what to do with this next pitch.
And Mangum fouls it, which crowded him a bit. 1-1. Jake with a base hit, an infield hit, his first time.
Very similar at the plate in approach as Chandler Simpson. You know, battle, limit swing and miss, limit strikeouts, put the ball in play, let your speed take over, let that shine. And you know what's really interesting, too? We've talked an awful lot about Chandler Simpson line drive ground ball. He has the highest percentage of ground balls and line drives put in play in Major League Baseball. Guess who's second? Jake Mangum, right behind him. So both of those guys have that approach, realizing, you know, and Jake probably has a little bit more pop in the bat than Chandler, but it's not going to be difference-making pop. He's going to hit some home runs here or there. He should be, again, just like he is, about the line drives, the ground balls, get on base, make things happen on the base paths. And they've both done a great job of it.
Boy, there's that bat. Saw the barrel into the bat out beyond the mound to the first base side. And Mangum hit that softly the other way. Let's take another look at that. Wilson down there at third made the catch, and the bat, he had only the handle left.
Well, that falls in for an RBI single in last night's game for Cleveland. Jake Mangum ends up with an L5. What a strange game last night.
Oh,
You know, you think about that first inning for Shane Baz, it could not have gone much worse. And yet, from that point on, Cleveland didn't touch him. 16 in a row he retired. On the other side, Parker Messick was just in absolute control.
yep.
7 shutout, 98 pitches, changing speeds very effectively. We're talking about that with Matt Underwood and Rick Manning, the announcers down with Cleveland, about the last 2 nights. These lefties, Ian Seymour, the change of speed, locate. These lineups, all of these hitters are all geared for velocity. They all train for velocity. So when you get finesse pitchers, especially lefties, that can change speeds, move the ball around, have a good changeup, these lineups can't handle them. They don't see pitchers like that very often.
Well, here's the breakout on Shane Baz, and after that 3-run first, I mean, he was untouchable. It was 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down. And this one is going to be picked over at first. Capus coming up with that throw. And Carson Williams is out on the ground ball.
The pain I felt is
Kefas. And now 96 on the other side of the plate.
Well, that exactly. Think about those first two pitches. You've got that slider that was back foot, and then you go fastball up and away right on the edge. That's what Drew is able to do because of that repeatable delivery. Just continue to locate on both sides of the plate, up and down. And you really wonder why. Well, you don't wonder. When you watch him pitch, every 5 days, every 6 days, whatever it's going to be, just how simple he keeps everything, and it looks like it's just on a, like a mouse on a wheel. Just one thing after another is it's the same. It's like a carbon copy of the previous game. That's why he's been as consistent as he's been. Like I said, the high watermark for his ERA was back in May at 3.38, and it's just been climbing down ever since.
And he runs that pitch in, jammed him, and he fouls it. 2-2.
Or maybe not climbing down, maybe repelling down.
Yeah.
It climbed to 3.38. Now it's repelled itself back down into the 2.5 range.
And he misses down. 3-1. Very methodical out there with the way he goes about his business. That's going to be out of play. Kefas sends it down the left side into the seats. Arias on deck. And now battling it bad here. 8 pitches in. Rasmussen a 15-pitch first inning, which is about right on for him. 18 in the second, 11 in the third. And he comes back with strike 3 called after all of that. He gets the strikeout to begin the bottom of the fourth. And I'll tell you another guy who's methodical. He's with us right now, Ryan Bass.
I have made my way up to you guys.
have.
You know what getaway days mean? It means grubbing with the boys in the booth is what it means. Dwayne B.A., I've got myself from our friends here at Happy Dog in Cleveland. This is the slider dog, all right? Similar to what we see there from Ras at the on the mound. This thing is, oh boy, it is, look at it. You've got mac and cheese, pimento mac and cheese, bacon crumbles with a little bit of Fruit Loops mixed on top as well. I feel like this is like the pineapple pizza folks. They love pineapple on pizza.
Right.
This is kind of similar. So, boys, bottoms out. You want to dare to take a bite?
What? Listen, I had a full breakfast, and I'm not sure of the Fruit Loops on top of this because, again, you've got hot dog, you've got mac and cheese, pimento mac and cheese, you've got bacon crumbles, the bun, but then all of a sudden you've got Fruit Loops. Is that just to add color?
Color, flavor, and crunch. Cheers, boys.
It is the sweet de resistance. And we'll get the quick review here, live and in color.
Long color. For sure. I think these Fruit Loops are a little stale, though. Might need some extra, fresh Fruit Loops on top, but not that bad, A little sweet and savory, all mixed into one, guys.
Sweet and savory.
I feel like I've gained like 50 pounds with you guys this season.
Well,
all the like, look at this thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's no joke.
Appetizing.
Ballpark cuisine. It has gotten, as we travel around and you continue to have these segments on these road trips, it's pretty amazing how, again, all of the ballpark cuisine and how it has really evolved over the years. Remember, it used to be just a hot dog. And when you came to Cleveland, it was a hot dog with Cleveland Stadium mustard only. You couldn't put ketchup on it. Cleveland Stadium mustard. Now you've got mac and cheese and fruit.
On the ground and pulled way off third. That's Wilson, the third baseman, making the pickup. So one away. We're on the top of the fifth. Chandler Simpson stepping in for the third time today. Pitch is down 1-0. Ciccone last year with Arizona had 3 different stints between the minor leagues and Arizona. They went 2-7. Fouled it back. 13 starts and 7 appearances out of the bullpen. And he gave up 92 hits in 77 innings. He's kind of flipped that with Cleveland. He came into this game with 96 innings of work and about a hit per inning. 79 strikeouts, only 26 walks. And he's ahead of Chandler Simpson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One off the mound, bouncing out to short. The Rays up with that in the throw. And Simpson is out, number 2. And now Yandy Diaz. Yandy 2 for 2 in this game. He has 5 consecutive hits now, going back into last night's game. And he takes that one just off the plate, down and away. And now he takes that pitch for a strike. One and two. Two balls, 2 strikes. Some close pitches here, and it's gone all the way to 3-2. Yandy with good company there since the end of May, hitting .325, 4th best in the American League. And the chopper to the shortstop. Arias goes to first. So 3 ground ball outs. TV timeout. Will Wilson leading off, the number 7 hitter in Stephen Boat's lineup. Pitch got in on him, and a fly ball to center and a slip out there, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Correa started after that one and lost his footing and had a little trouble recovering, and that ball falls in.
Well, take a look right there. 2 or 3 steps back, then a stumble. And so Herrera, who got a bad read off the bat, and then couple that with the cleat coming up from the turf, and that ball ends up falling in for a base hit, when really he knows that if he catches that with a better read, that's an easy put away.
Well, Martinez lifts it into left. That's going to be caught by Chandler Simpson. So 1 on, 1 out. Yeah, how about the hits for Wilson today, who's at first now with a move back in center by Pereira, and then the slip, and that ball drops in. He got the bunt and a run batted in the second inning. He's 2 for 2.
Living right.
Yes, he is.
Living right.
Thinking the same thing. He's been very good lately. Hedges into center, cutting across on the run and reaching up to make the catch. Pereira tracks that one down. It's the second out of the inning.
Well, let's go ahead and make that our GTE Financial Instantly Easy replay. Gets a pretty good jump on that one, and then is able to slow up out there in the gap and put that away for out number 2. Quick turn back in, make sure that there's nothing going on with Wilson over there at first base.
Here's the top of the order, Stephen Kwan. And the first pitch strike. Strike 2. Five strikeouts on the day so far for Rasmussen. And Wilson back in. Well, at this point, that pitch count has been very good. 2 outs into the 5th with 66 pitches. Runner goes. The pitch is down, and for a moment, Fiducia had trouble locating it. Was at his feet. So Wilson on the move will pick up a stolen base.
He's thinking that ball bounded away, and meanwhile, he had knocked it right down between his 2 feet. Wilson.
It's upstairs. 2-2. And a liner into left. That's going to drop, base hit. Simpson up with it. The throw will go back to second base. And Wilson reaching to lead off the inning has translated into a run as Kwan served that one into left, picking up his 41st run batted in.
Well, Stephen Kwan, I'll tell you, he has put together a pretty nice career against Rays pitching, which is saying something. Hit safely out of, 17 of 19 games. lead, now just 1. And unfortunate the way that Wilson probably shouldn't have even been on first base to begin with, and yet he is able to come around and score here and tighten this game up.
Kyle Snyder. Oh. Well, now Brian Rocchio bats in a 1-run game. 0 for 2 for the day. There's a first pitch strike. Another move to first. Quan, 14 of 17 running. And he's on the move. Pitch is high, and the throw. Did they get him on the foot or not? He went in head first. Williams took the throw, and he came out of there indicating in his mind they might have had him. I don't know if the Rays
they're gonna
take a look.
Well, let's take a look at the throw. Well, I mean, it's tough to tell
Tampa
on
Bay
that
Johnson
particular
to take
angle
ball,
right
second
there.
base.
But we see a lot of those throws from the catchers now going to the second base side of second base for that reason right there.
New York.
The infielder coming across, able to catch and slap the tag directly down.
1 strike the count on Brandon. Caminero next, and then Josh Lowe. And the pitch is down.
Well, let's take a look at a StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. 105.1 off the bat, 28-degree launch angle, 87 feet at its apex, and
that's a hot shot, grabbed by Capus, the first baseman. And the pitcher, Ciccone, covers. Well, that ball sharply hit by Lau.
yeah, Brandon absolutely stung that one, but down there at first base, Capus, the lefty, makes it for an easier play for him. Not that was anything easy about that. That ball, boom, he's ready, and just a step and a dive. And then flip it to Ciccone, and Ciccone almost gave him a hug.
Junior Caminero. Which is a strike, inner part of the plate. That was 107.7 off the bat. Boy, Brandon Lau continues to hit that ball hard. And an outstanding play by Capus. A ball and a strike the count on Junior Caminero. 17 games, over 300, 11 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Matt Festa up in the bullpen for Cleveland. That's in wide, 2-2. Now a full count. Caminero had the 4-hit night here on Monday. Single, 2 home runs, and a double. 0 for 4 last night, 0 for 2 so far today, and now he is 0 for 3. 3-2 sinker right there. So 2 up and 2 down.
To the plate now, the designated hitter for the Rays.
Taking it all the way out, and then you make that pitch right there, and you get the chase over the top. Change of pace there to get Caminero.
Strike 1 on Josh Lowe. Josh opened the second inning with his 18th double of the year. That led to the first run of the game. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Rays won the first game Monday. 14 hits, 9 runs, 9-0. Cleveland winning last night 3-0. A ball, 2 strikes on the Rays DH today, Josh Lowe. It's popped up on the left side of the infield. Wilson looking skyward. The third baseman makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. 3-2. Drew Rasmussen back out there on the hill. Rocchio, the second baseman, so far is nothing of two. Got the back foot out of the way of that one. Rocchio was at the plate when they cut down Stephen Kwan, trying to steal. And a one-hopper out to Brandon Lau at second. And Rocchio is out of there. Be sure and follow the Rays on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. You know, social media. You'll see the best action shots, video highlights, and more. Follow at Rays Baseball, hashtag Rays Up. Here's Kyle Manzardo taking a pitch, strike one. Is it true that
Dwayne,
Facebook?
I was just posting a reply to a good buddy of mine, and his wife and kids came to the game last night.
Yes.
And left them tickets. We were waving from the, and they took some pictures down by the field, and they had posted something. So I was just,
there you go,
responding to the post, thanking them for coming. Can't believe how big the kids have gotten. On and on and on.
Yep.
Little in between innings of social media posts.
I mean, you're busy. This one is fouled out of play. Social interaction.
I love it. I love the interaction. I don't think the truck is all in on it right now, but that's okay.
It's fouled back.
They tend to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you're opposed. Everything you do is opposed.
It sounds like rejection.
Well,
this one is down. One ball and two strikes.
Have you ever heard what Rich was talking about, a darty?
Not until just then. I learned a lot of things when we thought to the studio. We learn a lot of things.
Oh, we do.
Yep.
We do. There's a lot of the rooms to go lounge. There's a lot going on there. In fact, I think that's where we have our team party at the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, and I think just the lounge itself encourages insightful thinking.
You can see that in the response that when they're getting them ready for that particular hit during the game.
Yep.
It's like two different humans in that lounge compared to the two that sit at the desk.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's like the Kentucky waterfall. That's like that, business on top, party in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, all business at the desk. You get them in that rooms to go lounge, and those two come unhinged. To the point they're having a darty. I want to have a darty.
This one is fouled out of play, so an extended at bat here with a 1-2 count. Manzardo. 8 pitches into this, so pushing that pitch count to over 80 now. He had 72 through the front 5. Got an in on him and pops him up short right. Brandon Lau out there camped under it. 2 gone. Brandon with an assist on the ball hit by Rocchio, and a put out here on the popper off the bat of Manzardo. He's wrapping up the series in Cleveland. They'll head to the nation's capital. Day off tomorrow, and then pick up a 3-game series against the Nationals. Ground ball to first. Yandy right there. Kafis is out on 1 pitch. And a 1-2-3-6. So Cody out of the game, and Matt Festa takes over on the mound. There's a cut and miss to begin the 7th inning. Everson Pereira leading it off. Mangum next, and then Williams. And a big cut and a miss. Pereira behind in the count. He tried to get time and could not, and is called out on strikes. A sweeper dropping in there for the first out.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you don't see that much anymore. Calling time, usually you get it even when it's late. That's not the case here, and I'll tell you this.
Mangum. And there's a strike. Festa has come in here throwing strikes.
I just stepped all over a Ryan hit. So I was speaking in sentence fragments.
Is that what it was?
Wasn't very clean English.
Well, that was your sentence then, not getting it to Ryan. You have to speak in fragments.
Yeah, they told me they're going to demote me to the rooms to go lounge. That'd be part of that act.
Foul ball out of play, 1 and 2.
At least I'll get my wish. I'll be a part of a guardian.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm all into that now. I kind of like that.
Stepping back here, Mangum. Base hit, an infield hit back in inning 2. He lined to third in the 4th inning. And now with a count of 2-2. Eric Sabrowski, the left-hander, up in the bullpen. Into center field, and that's got enough carry for Martinez to make the catch. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we give you Ryan Bass.
Listen, I'm going to have my own Darty up here at the North Coast Social Club. I've got to digest that hot dog, fellas. So I made some friends up here. Bill and the gang up here at the North Coast Social Club. What I love is these seats up here are temperature controlled. So we got some nice warmth going on here on these seats. And BA, this is a pretty exclusive area. I had to use your name to get in here, FYI.
Yeah.
And if you notice some strange charges on your Amex card, just don't pay any attention at all to it. I invited our guy, Andre, not up here. I'm taking care of the whole table for our friends up here. So totally dismiss any of those unusual charges on the credit card. Just letting you know.
Hey, Ryan, listen, no problem if you're taking care of Andre and you guys are having a guardy up there. Good for you. You ask Andre about the Cleveland Browns show that we did together.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, that's right. We did a Cleveland Browns show.
We will sip on some cocktails over that conversation.
You're going to need plenty.
Yeah, and he will not be bothered by those strange entries into the credit card either, because BA, you've told me you've become used to that.
Yeah, I've had 2 new cards delivered. I had one delivered to the hotel in Newport Beach when we were on the road trip, and then one when we got back home for some funny business going on in the car. Turned out to be not that funny.
Well, you know, we are in the business of making friends, but we have to pick the right ones.
We do. We do. You got to be careful who you give that card to. I remember sitting on the couch on New Year's Eve a few years ago.
Yeah. Well,
I had a charge pop up from far away. Must have kept that card on file. Had a good time on New Year's Eve. I mean, come on. How do you do that? Yeah, it's like the Underhills in Fletch. Just put it on the Underhill.
That's it.
Maybe Irwin Mahatma Fletcher was down at the Dirt Bar in Houston going to town.
3-2, and Williams swings through that one. Is out on strikes. A 1-2-3-7.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it all.
a slip in center field, that ball falls in, that would lead to a run. But if that ball's put away, it's just a one runoff, Drew, and he was just outstanding again. And he's going to turn it over now to the bullpen. And this guy, there's not been many better than him over the last month or so in all of Major League Baseball. Let's take a look at what he has done over his last 16 games. Our Marco's Pizza doing more, and he has been doing plenty. How about that? 21 innings. He's given up an earned run. Look at this strikeout to walk ratio on top of it. That's about 14 and a half strikeouts per 9 and a swing and miss rate at 40%.
And Uceda's first pitch is fouled back and out of play.
And I'll tell you, the big difference for Uceda during this run is that changeup and that fastball have separated from each other. The fastball running up in the zone with life, that changeup down in the zone with great life down, because the velocities of those two pitches are very close together. And so when they stay close together, they kind of blend together and they're not as effective. But right now, he's got great separation with those two pitches, and it is working out very well.
And the 0-2, did he go? He checked as that ball pops away from the Rays catcher. It's 1-2. The other thing that you have to like about Uceda, his delivery, there's a lot going on there. And I just don't think hitters see the ball as soon from him as they might other pitchers.
Well, and he's got a unique right there, like the arm angle.
Yep.
Look at that ball just punched the other way. That's the occasional cut. Again, the reason for this run of success has been the fastball changeup, the separation that he's gotten with those two pitches. But he will sprinkle in a cutter every now and then. The problem is, this pitch is away, and there is nobody over on that right side defensively. You've got Brandon Lau, and that pitch is off the plate, but that's all Arias had to do. Just get it moving that direction. There's nobody there.
A pitch down and in to Nolan Jones. Jones had a base hit, a liner into right field in the second inning. Keeping an eye on Arias over there at first base. One, that changeup, and Jones out in front of that. That's down. 2-1. Rays and the Guardians have divided the first two games in this series. Oh, look out. Time, trying to get time, and that pitch made anyway. And Jones was bailing out of there. Here it is, time. And the pitch is delivered anyway. Well, that got part of the corner there.
Uceda lost in his own little world out there on the mound, thinking about making the pitch.
2-2. Foul ball off the changeup. And he got him, came back with the fastball there and strikes him out.
That right there is exactly what we're talking about, those last two pitches. That changeup that down and away, hard changeup that's nub foul, and then you follow that up with the fastball with that late life and upper part of the zone. That's the separation that we're talking about, not just in velocity, but in placement within the strike zone and beyond.
Wilson will look at a strike. Will Wilson, like third base. Over to first. Arias is back in. And it's 0-2. Just a little bit of that one.
That's what we're talking about, Dwayne. Let's watch that changeup. Hard changeup down, right off the end of the bat, a little numb. Okay, he's a little bit out in front. Now let's go right above that, about 1.5 feet, and get that life on the fastball. Not a lot of difference in velocity, but so much so in action and location.
Ooh, up and away just a little bit there. And the third foul. Down in front of Douglas Odor, the third base coach. There's the sequence to this point. 5 pitches in. And a line drive base hit into left. First and second now.
And that right there is a great example of where when things were not going as well for Edwin Uceta, this is what would happen. This is the changeup. Now watch where the location of this pitch is. It's up where that fastball was in the previous AB. And this is what would happen earlier in the year, is those pitches started to blend together. And that's when the success wasn't there. When that changeup is able to stay bottom third of the zone and below, and the fastball is upper third of the zone and above, that's when he dominates. When they start to blend locations, that's when bad things happen.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm not facing it all.
Martinez will be the hitter. Martinez, the center fielder, from the left side here. And he lifts it on the right side, angling out from second. Brandon Lau, foul ball now, and he makes the catch. And the runners have to hold. They throw back toward third. So there's a big out. 2 gone now with those men at first and second. So with 2 gone, here comes Kevin Cash. And the Rays will make the pitching change in the 7th. Back in a
he's absolutely devastating to the opposition. And that two-seam fastball uses it 43% of the time. Of course, there's the slider. So at almost 80%, those are the big two. Let's see if he can get this last out and get out of the 7th inning with the Rays leading. Interesting pinch hit too, right?
Yeah, they have the left-handed bat of Naylor coming on here. He will hit in the place of Hedges. Bo Naylor, lefty on lefty. And the first pitch is strike one.
You don't see that often. You've got the right-handed hitting Hedges, and I understand he's not been much of an average guy for his career. But to pinch hit a left-handed hitter, the reverse platoon here against the tough lefty Clevenger.
And another strike, 0-2. Well, Naylor hitting 175 against lefties.
And 170, almost against everything. You said he's the most consistent hitter in the league.
Yeah, 179 the other way.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So how about that? If you're Austin Hedges and you're like, my manager believes that a 179, 177 hitter from the left side is a better option than me against the left-handed Clevenger.
Hedges entered the game at 140 and is 0 for 2.
Oh.
And look at this, a soft fly ball into right, going to be caught by Mangum to retire the side. No run.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I made it innocent, I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
These guys are going to fill up the strike zones. Let's see what the opposing offenses can do. Will Wilson has had an interesting day. He's got 3 singles, a bloop, a bunt, getting everything done on that side. And
Well, Eric Sobrowski is the new pitcher. Fiducia's spot coming up here, and Fortes will hit in his place against the left-hander. A ball, no strikes.
ooh, it's a hack right there.
Yeah, 95 up, and he was all over it.
Well, and here's the thing. Sobrowski not afraid to lean on that pitch. 67%. He goes with that 4-seam fastball and then splits up the other portion between 2 breaking balls, the curveball and the slider.
And 1-2. Fortes started last night, went 0 for 3. Two and 2.
You know, this is a similar situation. But at least Kevin Cash he's hitting the righty against the lefty as opposed to the lefty against the lefty.
And a swing and miss. So the strikeout of Fortes to open the 8th.
It's not exactly what Kevin Cash had in mind, but Sobrowski, you got to credit him. 95 with the carry right to the top of the zone, and you could see how that beat that swing to the top side.
Yeah, and with all of the wheeling and dealing, there was an out made in the bottom of the 7th and an out made in the top of the 8th. With the pinch hit situation.
Yes, not exactly going according to plan.
Chandler Simpson against the hard-throwing left-hander. A strike the count. Simpson 0 for 3. And that foul ball puts him down in the count. 0-2. In right. Up in the bullpen. And that is out number 2. 3 pitches. 2 up, 2 down. Be part of the Rays Invasion Thursday, September 4th. The Rays host the Guardians. Fans can purchase a Rays Invasion special ticket package in advance, including a Rays Pirate Invasion chain. For more info, visit raysbaseball.com/Rays Invasion. Yandy Diaz takes the pitch inside.
I could not get the parents, Dwayne, to the game today. Could not get the parents to the game today.
No way.
Yeah, I'd like to think that it's because they really want to sit at home and listen to you and I jabber about this game. I don't know why, because they don't drive after dark anymore. It's one of those. Sure. What a beautiful day though. Yeah. This would be a perfect day game to come up, see their son, but they're just not going to do that.
There's a foul ball out of play.
I don't know if I take that personally or not.
Well, we only have, if this game goes 9, we only have a little over an inning and a half. I don't think there's enough time to delve into that and expect any kind of resolution.
I agree. I'll just chew on that on the flight down to D.C.
2-1 the count. And this one is down.
Boy, thank goodness. That ball, you talk about a pitch being, Sobrowski is saying, hey, that's a strike. He drives this ball down and in. That is right there.
Yeah, you work to get there. I mean,
yes. And how about that? Yeah. That's what we talk about, tunneling. So all of a sudden you've got that fastball, you bore down and in, and then right off of that you go with the slider. Same tunnel. And now Yandy's over the top of it. That is just an excellent job by Sobrowski right there.
Yandy, after taking a little time there, back in with a full count. And he lays off the pitch well in there. Drawing the walk. So 2 strikeouts, and now the base on balls. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. Plus, stream MLB Network 24/7 the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
There's a theory being floated out there, Dwayne, that my parents refuse to come up here because they no longer want to hear and be involved in the summer saga of their son. And there could be some truth to that.
The sadness of the summer saga.
It's been a summer. It has. A lot of twists and turns.
Strike the count on Brandon Lau. This one is fouled back. Number 2.
How about this guy? 3rd inning. Let's go back to it. Boom. This was, remember after his first at bat, he popped. Big shot in this game. Something he's capable of doing every time he steps into that box.
And he does carry that intensity with him, and I think you're right about the one at bat to the other.
Oh, he was, I mean, he got a pitch middle up, and he popped it straight up. And that bat, I mean, he was not happy. You could see it up here. And boy, he more than made up for it next time up.
One, two, and he fouls that one back against the lefty. Fastball up and in. Fastball this time, 95. Well, straight back. Rays and the Guardians wrapping up their series here. The Rays will head to Washington. And it's 2-2. And Cleveland will be in. The Rays will go home after that Washington series, and Seattle and Cleveland coming in on that next homestand the first week in September. Well, now the count is full, so after being down in the count, it's full now for Brandon Lau. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. And another walk. So with 2 strikeouts, Yandy walked. Brandon Lau has walked. So 2 men on, 2 men out. Join Mike Golick Sr. and Mike Golick Jr. weekdays when they bring the heat with bold takes, big personalities, and some of the biggest names in sports. Don't miss Golick and Golick weekdays at 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, only on FanDuel Sports.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it
Some momentum here with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. See if they can cash in. A tight game. Every pitch at this point becomes a lot bigger.
Caminero tried to hold up on that pitch, but went around.
Just over anxious. Young hitter wanting to do something here and extend this lead.
Ball 1 strike. Or is it 0-2? I thought he went around on that first pitch. And they posted 2 strikes. Yeah, it is 0-2. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a wave and miss. We got him to chase right there, leaving 2 men. And
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've played it innocent, a fear of discontent. I'm only facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm only facing it all.
And we're headed into the bottom of the 8th inning here. Garrett Clevenger, who got the final out in the 7th, facing Stephen Kwan. 1 strike count on the Cleveland left fielder. A 1-1. Kwan drove in a run with a base hit. Back in the 5th. Griffin Jack's up in the bullpen for the Rays. 2 balls and a strike. Drew Rasmussen for 6. Urseda 2/3. Clevenger got the final out in the 7th, opening the 8th. It's 2-2. James Smith up for Cleveland. Full count. Ooh, and a walk.
That's a really good at-bat there. That is an excellent at-bat. That sweeping breaking ball right there was in the zone an awful long time. And Stephen Kwan able to hang tight and just watch that pitch off the plate. We talked about it earlier in this series. Kwan is right up on top of the plate. His hand's almost over the inside corner. And he just got a great read on that pitch and realized it was going to be far and wide. And he works the leadoff walk.
Brian Rocchio fouls it back.
And really, and we've talked about it an awful lot, but Garrett Clevenger, really the only thing that gets him into trouble is himself. You know, to put an inning together against him of 2, 3, 4 hits to score a run or 2, very difficult. It's when he walks guys
A tapper foul by Rocchio. The Rays pitching has allowed only 2 walks today. Rasmussen gave up 1 walk, and that was turned into a run in the 2nd inning. A leadoff walk in the 8th inning. Clevenger ahead 0-2 to Rocchio. Moved to first. Quan back in there. Quan caught stealing in the 5th. He is 14 of 18 in the running game. And the pitch. And a wave and miss. And he got a chase right there.
I mean, you know you got to chase when you've got a catcher diving for the pitch. 97 miles an hour. Watch Fortes. Boy, he's got to go a long way. They wanted that pitch in, and it ended up a foot off the plate away.
So that's out number 1 with Quan still at first. Kyle Manzardo. And he takes a strike. And a move to first. One back in this time. Clevenger got Naylor to end the 7th and walked the left-handed bat of Quan. Struck out Rocchio, switch hitter batting right, and he chased one. Now Manzardo lifts the fly ball into center field. Coming in, and that is out number 2. Carrera taking care of the fly ball into center. And here is another left-handed bat now in Kefas, CJ Kefas. It's 0 for 3 against Rasmussen with a couple strikeouts. Now lefty on lefty. And that's 97, just above the knees, strike 1. Nothing in 2. 3-2 game. It has been that way since the 5th. 2 outs, a man at first in the 8th. Clevenger again to first. And another move over there. Quan got busy. So a couple of moves to first. 2 outs, 2 strikes. And a swing and miss. After all of that, he gets the strikeout. 2 strikeouts in the inning after the leadoff walk. Nick Enright back out there on the mound. Josh Lowe will take a look at the first pitch inside. Enright got the strikeout of Cabanero, got him to chase to strike him out in the 8th to leave a couple men on. And now it's 2-0 to Josh. Little tapper foul rolling down the third base line. Rays got 3 runs off the starter, Slade Ciccone. Pete Fairbanks up in the bullpen for the Rays. Josh needs a new bat. Crack that last one. 2-1 the count. Three and one. All the way out now. Full count. It's a foul ball. The combo of Josh Lowe and Emerson Perea teamed up in the second inning, double single to get a run home. The Rays got 2 more in the third on the Brandon Lau home run. Josh fouling another pitch. Brandon is 26th home run of the year. Lifted into left. Quan waiting and making the catch. 1 out in the 9th. And here is Emerson Pereira with that base hit in the second inning. So he is 1 for 3, picking up his first run batted in a Rays uniform. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one. And a ground ball down to third, scooped there by Wilson. And Pereira is the second out of the inning. Well, the Rays have a day off on the road. Mangum sending one down the left field line. Foul.
Well, he's had a couple of those this afternoon that have just sliced foul.
His hit was an infield hit back in the second inning. Broke his bat on a liner to third in the fourth inning. Lined out to center in the seventh. Into left, that ball's going to drop. Soft liner, and he picks up his second hit as he served that one the other way. And the Rays pick up their first hit since the Brandon Lau home run in the third inning.
Well, better late than never. Let's see if they can maybe put Jake in motion here. Try to lengthen this lead just a little bit. Have to get aggressive maybe on the base paths.
And a swing and miss, and with that in mind, you could see Naylor come out of there ready to fire. Strike on Williams. Carson came into this game 6 of 15 to start things in the big leagues. 0 for 3 today. 1-1. Six of 18 with 2 doubles, a home run. And a move to first, and Mangum is picked off. They got him with that quick move. So Mangum.
Not much of an argument being put up either from Jake.
Nope. So that's the 3rd out. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you.
The 3 more.
The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted.
Department. This is his 50th game. Outstanding numbers throughout. ERA of 2.79. The whip just over 1.
So Fairbanks out there on the mound. He worked an inning against the Cardinals on the 22nd. Picked up a couple strikeouts. At the bottom of the 9th inning, Reyes leads it off. And the first pitch is a strike. Gabriel Arias has walked and singled, in between struck out. Here's a run scored. 0-2. So Rasmussen, Uceda, and Clevenger. Now Fairbanks. Clevenger worked an inning in a 3rd. Walked 1 and struck out a couple. One ball, 2 strikes. Fairbanks wants a new baseball. And a swing and miss. 95 got that one by him. For the Rays, their 10th strikeout as a staff today.
So, since the All-Star break, the Rays have the #1 strikeout staff in Major League Baseball. And they just continue to do this, find ways to miss bats. And right there, top of the zone with that fastball is Pete Fairbanks to get off to a quick start here in the 9th.
So Nolan Jones with a single, fly ball to left and a strikeout. It's a strike to start things. It's way up, 96. Jones with one prior plate appearance, official plate appearance, and he is 0 for 1. He did have a plate appearance and he drew a walk, so officially 0 for 1. Uh-oh, fly ball deep right, and that ball is going to go on a 1-1 pitch. Nolan Jones hits his 4th home run of the year, and that's going to tie this game at 3. Boy, you could hear that upon contact.
Yeah, this sound and this trajectory, it's not going to end well. That slider stayed right in the middle of the plate, and Pete, he knows.
It's Wilson. Will Wilson. Slider stays in. Ball 1. And a high fly ball to left field. Simpson's going to go to the wall for this one and now come back toward the turf a little bit, still on the warning track to make the catch. And that's the 2nd out.
Bat didn't quite catch the sweet spot. And this one's going to fall a little bit short. Rays need one more out to get here, and then you start to look at who they're going to have coming to the plate in the top of the 10th if you can close this inning out.
Martinez takes a strike, fastball away on the outside part of the plate. Martinez has put down a sacrifice. He's hit a fly ball to left and fouled out to Brandon Lau. 1-1, the number 8 hitter in their lineup. And it's popped up, foul ball. That's going to be out of play. 1-2. Cortez was over there to try. Now the 1-2, and he got him, a swing and miss, and the tag on that pitch.
third innings.
So Mangum at second. Williams stepping in, looking for his first hit of the day. Comes out swinging on the fastball and fouls it back for a strike.
Be a good time to get it because he's hit safely in all 4 other games that he has played in. That fastball, how about that? 71% of the time, sits at 96.
And it's popped up foul. Kiefer's after it. It comes up just short with that reach.
Boy, that could be big. You know, that's what you need. In these situations right here, as a pitcher, you want the unproductive out. You need the unproductive out where the base runner doesn't move up. And that ball's got to be caught. Kiefer will be the first one to tell you. He's got a beat on it, soft little pop-up, and it's right off the thumb of the glove. Not able to make that play. And let's see now if Carson, with new life here, can make something happen.
And he is out on strikes. That fastball up out of the zone. Analyzed him up there.
Yeah.
Got him to chase one away.
Yeah, listen, that's what you can do. You know, you're out in front in the count. Go ahead and expand. And right there you get Carson Williams to expand. And tough to get to 97 at the letters.
Well, there's Nick Fortes. And a ground ball by the mound that advances the runner. Rocchio at second will take care of that. So a man at third base with 2 outs. And Chandler Simpson becomes the hitter.
That's why that unproductive out is so important. You can't you can't score a run on outs at that point. You get that unproductive out, now a ground ball. Yep, you get the runner to third, but there's 2 outs. Get the next guy out, and you're out of this unscathed. But Chandler Simpson, let's see if he's got something in store for Cade.
That's a strike. Big cut and a miss.
And you see down there at third base, Wilson. He's playing tight to the line at the cut of the grass. There's a huge opening there on that left side. If Smith wants to stay away from Chandler, he's got an alleyway to be able to poke it right through, you see.
1-1.
And right there. Tight. And then Chandler, who you know he can hit the ball the other way with anybody. That's a tantalizing little target right there.
And a fly ball into left, breaking in Juan to make the catch. And the Rays will leave a man in third.
got Angel Martinez out there at second base.
So Martinez, the runner,